Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is Edward Meyer. It's his job. Okay, listen to this title. VP Exhibits and Archives at Ripley's Believe It or Not. He's here to show us a brand new book, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Eye-Popping Oddities. So it's your job to go around and find all this crazy, interesting things.
We love the word weird at Ripley's, but yes.
I wasn't going to use weird.
My job specifically is to find the things that are in our auditoriums. But I'm also one of the editors of the book and a long-time researcher with both our books, our television, and our auditoriums.
Yeah, a real Canadian side to the story, too. You're from Toronto.
I'm from Toronto. I've now lived in Florida for over 20 years, but we're a Canadian-owned company since the mid-'60s. Since the mid-'80s, owned by Jim Pattison out of Vancouver. And so our headquarters used to be here in Toronto, but we moved to Orlando a few years back.
So tell me about this book now. This is Eye-Popping Oddities.
Volume 12 in this series, and it's a hardcover, coffee table style book. It's got 10 chapters, but it's not the kind of book you read necessarily from cover to cover. But I guarantee you open any page, you're going to find something that's weird, unusual, and hopefully makes you go, wow.
Yeah, so one of the wows.
All about the wow factor.
I got a list here of some of the pictures in the book. Goldfish tumor pick.
What a great story that someone loves their fish enough that they would take it to the vet and have brain surgery. It's got a tumor on a goldfish, and the doctors were able to remove the tumor. You see it there in the guy's hand, and the fish is okay.
Do you know what the surgery cost?
Too much. More than I'd spend on a goldfish.
So, Salt Cathedral.
Wow, this is a beautiful place in Poland. Breathtaking, all carved from salt inside a salt mine.
And then I have a gummy people. What the heck's a gummy?
Well, this is a 3D printing story, basically, that there's a company now that will replicate you in a clear plastic and then pour the gummy, whatever they call it, the gummy stuff inside the mold so that it looks exactly like you, but edible gummy.
There you go, so you can eat yourself. Tightrope Walking Dog, this must be a fun one.
This is a great Canadian story because this is just down in London, Ontario, but this little puppy here, Boston Terrier, can tightrope walk about 30 feet, can skip rope, can skateboard, just a totally fun little story.
Okay, so I gotta ask you, what's the most memorable thing that you've ever discovered or found?
Wow, most memorable, certainly the weirdest, a two-trunked African elephant.
Two-trunked African elephant?
Two-trunked, full-grown, 4-year-old African elephant, one trunk on top of the other, so if you're looking straight at it, you wouldn't even know it. But this thing is, you know, bigger than my car. Unbelievable.
And is there anything that surprises you?
Oh yes, every day I get surprised by something. People are curious, people are wanting their 15 minutes of fame. It's unbelievable what people will do to get into Ripley's Believe It or Not. And Eye-Popping Oddities is our 12th in this series. 1,000 new stories. Every single book is brand new stories. So they keep coming at us with the weirdest stuff we've seen.
Yeah, it caters to all ages too. You know, it doesn't matter your age.
Multi-generational at this point. We're a 98-year-old company, so my grandmother read it, my kids read it.
Yeah. For more information, you can go right on our website, of course. And once again, it's called Ripley's Believe It or Not, Eye-Popping Oddities. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks very much, Frank.
Hey, to another weird day.
All right.
Okay, we're going to take a break right now. In Toronto, you got it. Lots more to come right after the break.